Extra, extra. Read all about it. Hey, everybody. This is your daily tarot. This is your daily tarot reading from War Without Boundaries. General energies for all signs. Okay? We're going to do the daily spread first. That's what I do. And then on the second half, I'll open it up to questions. So, welcome. There will be commercials dispersed in and out. I will always warn you before I slip one in so that it doesn't disrupt the message. Hey, hi Susanna. Kisses right back at you to Portugal. Good morning, Andrea. Hey, I just feel like I haven't even talked to you in a while. Well, I'm glad to see you on today. So we're going to do the daily spread. I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to see what the question and answers look like too. Remember, I'm going to take the daily readings and put them over to Instagram starting next Monday. They will still be same time, same content, different place. I just want to open up myself a little bit over here on YouTube because I just feel like it needs to happen. See, already, because I uploaded 2 videos last night, a lot of people aren't getting notifications because this daily fit into the 24-hour period. This is why probably people aren't getting notified to the fact that I'm on. So that's what happens over on YouTube, and I understand it, and I don't hate them for it. I love YouTube. So I'm just trying to make my content work. I'm trying to do the best content I can, and I'm trying to find a good place for it, and I want to keep doing the daily. So bottom line, I hope that all of you can join me over on Instagram. My Instagram, is it called a handle? Is that what it is? Handle, profile. Even I work in social media, even I get confused. Is Born_without_boundaries over on Instagram. So you go and find me there and we can still participate in these dailies every single day. And that opens my sort of breadth of content for YouTube up a lot. And I really feel good about that because I've been wanting to do more pick-a cards because I actually love them. They're so much fun to do, but I can't do them right now because all my notification slots are filled over here. So let's get down to this daily energy. I want to divide the cards. I always use my Talisman and Cauldron deck. The link is below if you're interested in buying it. It has a very unique voice, and I love using it. It just has a very unique voice. Other tarot card readers will understand what I mean when I talk about a deck's voice. They each have different voices, and they each sort of interact with me and my energy in a different way. It's like using a different tool, So let's get into this daily energy for today. Daily energies, all signs, general messages. What should we know? I think somebody's been lowballing. Somebody's been maybe doing some underhanded stuff, or not feeling, or maybe just a little bit more fair or gentle than that. Is maybe somebody has just been feeling like, they're never going to be able to overcome their obstacles. Having a lot of people overcome you, being defeated or feeling defeated. Let's see, one or the other. Lots of these cards are popping. Yeah, this is the feeling of defeat. So the feeling of being weakened, being lesser than, being diminished, having your energy drained. Could end up being some petty energy too, just because of how we react when we get into this position. All these cards are upside down, but I'm not shuffling them that way. That's very interesting. Being lost in the past, lost in reminiscence. Here comes the Judgment card, somebody helping you out. Good judgment would be to get away from this situation. Whatever this situation is, it's making you feel like you're diminished, like somehow your strength has been drained. See, this is all about disappointment, wishes not coming true, being stuck, maybe even alcoholism, because there's a lot of cups upside down, and usually what that means is there could be some dependency on some stuff that makes us, the tower is coming. All of a sudden, a sudden change. But guess what? You walking away, this is a good decision to leave, to get out of here. Ace of Wands, creative endeavor gone bad, or something not being able to take off. This is interesting. We're gonna spend some time on this energy, guys. We're gonna spend some time on this energy. Because what this day is calling you for is faith. You may be having a conversation with somebody who is draining you, an old friend who is not a friend anymore, or, somebody trying to make what they're saying sound good, but you don't really feel that. You feel set upon, you feel attacked. Leaving, walking away from this situation, this circumstance. This could be, honestly, this could be getting an eviction notice, or finding that, if you lost money or you lost a job, you have to move. You have to move from somewhere that maybe you didn't want to move from. This is basically feeling forced into a situation. That's the energy on the table right now. Is you feeling like you don't have a choice. Like people are blocking you into a corner, and then the corner that you're standing in is kind of collapsing. So it's like your only option is to run out the back door. That's the feeling of this energy today. And I know somebody needed to hear it. But look, the outcome is this: a new beginning, a new start, a fresh start. And honestly, it feels like this. We get stuck because we're humans, 100% of all of us. Oh, happy birthday, Doug Denny. There's no such thing as one of us who wouldn't react this way. Or, oh, I never behave like that. Okay. No, of course you behave like that because, because we're human. This is a very human condition of when our back is against the wall, the worst comes out of us because we could kind of become that beast that becomes very defensive, right? And that's either somebody that's coming your way or something that's happened to you. It feels like you feel like you're being backed against the wall. And like I said with the metaphor, that wall is starting to crumble. So the only exit you have is to run out that back door. And you didn't want to do that, but you feel forced. You feel like your hand was forced, running out the back door, defeated, having to move. But you know what? I'll tell you why this is happening. And it's not happening to all of us, but it's happening to some of us who were really, really stubborn and who decided to not listen to spirit when it was telling you, hey, go in the other direction. When I turn the camera around, you'll see the judgment card is upright. The hermit card is upright. The strength card is in reverse. So our ego is all messed up, but spirit is right on track. So there is a feeling of I failed, or I'm so angry right now because all of this is happening to me. But all of this is happening to you because you prayed or you wanted different things to happen to you. And all of a sudden, and you didn't do it. You stayed where it was comfortable. This is the mentality. I'm not pointing the finger at you in particular, but this is the mentality of somebody who didn't make the change when they were supposed to, didn't make a transition when they were supposed to. And now spirit comes along and makes a decision for you. And that's the tower moment. That's when now all of a sudden you find yourself dealing with something that is really hard for you, really challenging for you. And it's all coming down because, well, it wasn't meant to last. It wasn't meant to stay. We kind of get into our heads that if we're comfortable, we have forever to be comfortable, right? Or if we're comfortable, then I guess it's a good spot to be. I would argue if you're happy, I'm not talking to you. But if you were somebody who was not happy with your situation and always complained about it and wanted it to change, and now all of a sudden it's changing, and you're like, why is this changing? Why is this happening to me? Well, you weren't happy with the way it was before. And when we use our words, and I remember a couple of times, was it a couple weeks ago, I kept getting over and over in all my week aheads, in all my zodiac readings, I kept getting watch your words, watch your words, watch your words. Because if you didn't watch your words, you were casting a spell that you weren't going to like the outcome of. Because spells are words are magic. They set us up. They set us up, and I don't think a lot of people realize how powerful words are. words are basically vocal action. They're thought being manifested into some sort of 3D reality. In other words, they're our first step between the thoughts, the imaginative, the unbridled infinite world that is our brains, that our psyche can connect to, and into the 3D world. So words are the first, like the doorway between those two worlds. And so, especially during major manifestation times, which was around that Taurus full moon, we had that 1111 gateway open up. I was constantly getting in every single reading, watch your words, watch your words, watch your words. And let me tell you, no one is immune to this. I'm not immune to this. This is like a manifestation that you might have cast. Maybe you were complaining about your husband or wife. Maybe you were complaining about your friends. Maybe you were like, oh, I really can't stand that person, blah, blah, blah. Ends up being now this person is going to get taken out of your life. I'm not saying bad things are going to happen to him. I'm saying that there's something coming to an end here. There's somebody walking away from a situation. At very least, there is an explosion that's about to happen. And maybe it needs to happen. Maybe it needs to happen so that you and somebody can actually talk about your feelings and the things that are deep down inside of you. Maybe that's what needs to happen. So trust it, trust it, trust it. Because I don't think, yes, the tower is here, but it's not death. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that has to be the penultimate or the like you can't get around this, or you're not going to be able to deal with this. I feel like this is maybe a conversation that needs to happen, or maybe you need to lose that job. Maybe you do. This is just an example. Maybe you need to lose that job. I don't actually see a job being the thing that's lost. I see a lot of emotions coming out. That's why I think this is still about communication and a conversation. So if somebody pops off at you today, or you go and you argue a lot, or maybe the conversation had to happen. Like, that's what this translates to when you talk about daily energy. This energy translates into, you might be getting into a fight with somebody today. You might be, but the wonderful thing about it is, at the end of the day, you're going to be able to move on and start over. It's almost like maybe, just maybe, you need a refreshment. Maybe in this relationship, or in whatever the relationship is. It doesn't have to be romance. I don't see romance here. So this could be with a business partner. This could be with a friend. This could be with maybe just you finally realizing something about yourself and knowing that you need to walk away. This could be your first step into rehab. I see a lot of cups on this table. So there could very well be some sort of sense of drinking too much, or there's definitely, your emotions have been drained. There's a feeling of being empty inside. Something has to do with your emotions being empty inside. So this is definitely a very emotional day for people out there. If you're feeling good, I wouldn't sit there and worry. Oh, Michelle said something bad was going to happen to me today. No, I didn't. This doesn't necessarily have to be for you. Or you could notice it happening around you. Like, sucky. If you see two people blow up at each other at work, you'd be like, like I saw that one coming. So the energy can be energy around you. It doesn't necessarily have to be happening to you, but you would definitely be privy to it. Like, you're like, somewhere, somehow, there's just something is going to come out. Because I think passions are clashing. Opinions are clashing. Somebody has felt down and empty for a long time. And there is a chance today that is going to manifest itself by it coming out at somebody else, or everything's kind of feeling like it tumbles down around them. Maybe finally admitting to yourself all that sadness inside of yourself. That could also be true as well. A breakthrough when it comes to just basically crumbling. It's okay that you've crumbled. That's what we do. We deconstruct to reconstruct again. So that's not something to be ashamed of. I'm going to slide in a commercial here. As I turn around the camera, I mean, all of you guys look away because the cameras are going to be going all kinds of crazy. The camera's going to be all kinds of crazy. I don't know how to pause this. I don't think you can you? I don't think you can pause a live. No, you can't. You can't pause a live. So you're about to get a shaky camera angle. Hold on. See? Nothing to see here. You weren't missing anything. You weren't missing anything if there was a commercial there. All right. So I wanted to be able to turn the camera around so that I could show you guys these cards. This is an energy of very drained. It's very drained. It's very, like, you don't know how to defend yourself against it, almost like you can't defend yourself against this because you're so empty inside. Not empty inside, but you feel so down or you feel so frustrated. This could be holding on to the past when you should be looking into the future, and that's part of why you're so disappointed. Maybe it's the comparison between what you had and what you have now that's making you feel like you don't have much. But there's definitely a sense of continuing on in faith is the answer and the way through. But the central energy, I'm sorry, I'm hoarse and my nose is all nasal. The central, what is going on? Rotate the device. Come on. I'm sorry, it gets me frustrated all the time. So this is the central energy right here. Is disappointment. Like the upright, this is wishes fulfilled, being content with your life. This is feeling completely drained and empty, disappointed. Like you lost. It could be some debt involved, right? Feeling defeated, completely defeated. The tower isn't necessarily something bad happening, especially when it occurs between two cups. But I feel like this mentality, especially being the central reading, is why in other words, it's telling me that Spirit sort of had to force your hand, had to force you to walk away from this circumstance. Because you were sitting here very disappointed and turned upside down and feeling completely drained. And really not even enjoying what you were doing anymore. So the tower came in to force you to walk away. But now you feel like you don't have nothing. Or there was a loss of material resources. There was a loss of, like, you have no ideas. That's what this is, like being stuck. Not being able to think of anything new. Feeling totally stuck. But now you have this card of movement, moving on. Moving on towards something new. This is all happening. This is what I'm saying to you. And I want you guys to be sure that you hear this. This is not happening because you're not loved. This is happening to set you in the right direction. And I got that yesterday too. This constant sense of redirection. And listen, I'm feeling probably what you're feeling, looking at these cards like, oh God, what is going to happen to me today that is going to pull this rug out from underneath me? Whatever it is, it's so that you move on. That's what it is. And it may not be happening to you, but around you. So you may witness this happening today. But today is a very good day to basically reassess your unfortunate events. And to look at them in the light of, what is this trying to tell me? What's not working in my life? Because we all want to get back to the place where we can actually be productive again. We can actually be happy. I need a little bit of clarification. We're going to get some clarifiers on this reading. Don't worry about it. Oh, all these cards. Everything is flipped upside down. Everything is flipped upside down today. I looked up in the morning. I feel great today. But see, this is in one of the worst times, finding that light, finding that hope. Because the Five of Cups is in reverse is really turning your life around. So maybe that's what today is, and that's why I'm feeling such positive energy. This is the sense of your life finally turning around. This is the day when you finally sort of have that emotional breakthrough of, I know why all this happened. I see the goodness in it now. That's what I see. Yes, there was a sense of in your past, you lost family, your family might have broken up, your relationship might have broken up, something destabilized you, basically. But today is a day where you finally realize a potential in the future, something to look forward to. And that's why the energy feels so positive, is that it's really not the disappointment today. It's really about the strength in what you still have and finally seeing a glimmer of the future, a glimmer of opportunity. Because the Five of Cups upright is just being depressed, disappointed, only seeing what you don't have. But in reverse, there's opportunity presenting itself where it didn't present itself before. The point is your feelings were all kinds of, fakaked, messed up. And it's an acknowledgement that yes, something disappointing did absolutely happen. I'm not saying nothing happened. This is finally coming out of that period of really just feeling horrible. And now there's a sort of a glimmer somewhere. There's a glimmer of hope. Judgment is made in your favor. And maybe all of this had to come down around you to make you see that. Yeah? I'm keeping shuffling, but I don't think Spirit has anything else to say to me. Anything to add to this message? One card came out. I'm curious. A little bit scared. Like I said, guys, all I do is read these cards. I don't control them. Wow. Okay. So you're feeling really trapped. You're still feeling like you don't have choices. Feeling like you don't have choices. Guys, ouch. Okay. Like all I can say to that is okay. What I could say is this. It's a feeling. Because there's so many cups on the table. It's a feeling, not a truth. You're feeling drained. But look it. I want to show you this card up close because this is the irony of the Eight of Swords. She looks like the victim. She looks like somebody just left her out in the cold rain. That's not what happened because these are thoughts. Okay? Those swords are thoughts. They're not real things. And even if they were real things, look. She is tied up in cloth, and she's got 8 swords around her. At any given time, she could reach up, take off that blindfold, and then cut off those bindings around her wrist. She has swords around her. She has the ability to break free. That's why this cage of swords isn't a real cage. It's the way she's thinking about things. Stressing about things that she really shouldn't be stressing about. That's the mentality today. Spirit is trying to get you to see that this is good stuff. But you don't want to see it that way. And all I can say to you as a reader is, okay, I can't change anybody's mind. I can show them possibilities. I can show them that this is a house built on glass. And it may hurt when it falls, but it's better that it did. That when a tower comes in, it's because we weren't moving ourselves in the direction that we needed to go for our ultimate happiness. Because we're stressed, because we're scared. Watch your words today. Watch your words. Because you may end up flinging shit at somebody that doesn't deserve it. You know? This is that energy of warning, warning. Somebody may be coming at you today. It's flinging shit at you. But this is the good thing about this reading and you guys listening to this. You're going to know that when they do come towards you, if this is not you, you're going to know where they're coming from. That they're depleted inside. They feel completely like anything that made them feel good or secure has come down around them. So if they're acting a little bit desperate or they're acting like a little, what you would say, a little bit crazy, it's because they're hurting inside. I shared, go to my community page. I shared an amazing video, juggling the Jenkins. She runs a YouTube a YouTube channel, and she makes all those comedy videos about her internal life. She struggles with anxiety herself, so she makes all those comedy videos on YouTube, juggling with the Jenkins, something like that. She's really funny. And she shared a video just yesterday, and I reposted it to my community page because it was a very important message, and I feel like I saw it for a reason. She said she was in an airport, and everybody was stressed out because the shuttle service or whatever wasn't working, or nobody understood how to use it. So everybody was frustrated, but there was this one man, he was an older gentleman, screaming and yelling and angry. You're not helping me. Nobody's explaining things to me. I don't understand what's going on. Somebody needs to help me. Oh, he was screaming at people. And she said everybody around was either laughing at him, like snickering, or pulling out their phones to take a video of it, to make him like a monkey with cymbals, like to make him a freak show. When they all got on the bus, she went up to this man because she could see, because she struggles with anxiety herself. And she could see that he was just somebody who was frustrated or afraid. So she went up to him and said, hey, listen, this is frustrating. I get it. I don't understand it all myself. And she said his first reaction to her was to scream at her and be like, they need to fix this system. And she was like, I agree with you. And it's not easy to navigate. If you want, I can show you what they're talking about. And so she spent 20 minutes with this man. Because he was older, he wasn't up to date with getting Uber or, different kinds of apps that he was supposed to have. He didn't understand it all, right? It turned out in this conversation that he had served in the military for years. And when he got out of the military, he was a police officer or run a police department until he retired. So she said, ultimately, this was somebody who spent over 20 years of his life in service, in dangerous situations, protecting other people. And now here, everybody around, when he needs help, is laughing at him. And she said, well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for your service, because it sounds like nobody has said it in a while. And second of all, let me help you with understanding all of this, because it's not easy to navigate. And so she spent 20 minutes with this gentleman, just helping him to update his phone and all the apps and stuff. And she said at the end of the bus ride, he was in tears. So, understand that that's probably the energy that you're dealing with. You're not dealing with a bad person or bad people, or you're not a bad person yourself. But when we get to a point where we feel like a caged animal, like we have no options, sometimes the worst of us comes out. And we act in ways that are not the best of ourselves. That doesn't mean we're bad people. So if you run into somebody today that is having a very bad day, remember when you have had very bad days yourself. Because all humans need, most of the time, is a little bit of humanity coming from the other side. And that's what you could be very well dealing with today. And I hope that if this is you that has that stressful situation, you run into somebody like Juggling the Jenkins. Well, I'm sorry if I keep saying her YouTube channel wrong, but it's on my community feed. I just posted it, so go. It's on there. It's posted. You can watch the video and you can hear her talk about it, and then follow her channel because she's really good. She's funny as heck. She makes all of these videos that are hilarious and that relate to her anxiety, and her home life. They're really fun, but they're also sort of informative. So anyway, she explains it a lot better than I, but I really feel like this is the energy that you may be dealing with today. If somebody is too forceful for you or too they're too angry, it's because they feel completely disappointed and let down by life, by people. And they feel stuck. They feel like they don't have any way out. Well, maybe you're the one that gets to show them. Or at the very least, just say a little prayer for them and walk away. If you don't have the energy or the patience to be able to deal with them, say, you know what? I'm just going to walk away. We'll talk about this another day. But don't judge them too harsh. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think I'm trying to say to you today. Be aware that just coming out of all of this stuff, it was a very hard Mercury retrograde for a lot of people. Because a lot of stuff came up that people did not want to have to deal with. And it made them very reactionary. And what I think we need right now is to just let people blow off steam and then come back around and talk about it. Like, there's going to be, to me, this says that there's going to be a lot of need to blow off steam in the next 24 hours, maybe next 48 hours. That's okay. Like I said, I don't see any murder happening. Like in other words, there's nothing that's going to happen today that you can't bounce back from, or that won't ultimately come out to a good end result. Just FYI, and know that when you run into it, because you might run into it today. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around again. Yes, I will slip in a commercial as I do all that juggling craziness myself. And then we're going to open up the cards to question and answers. Hold on. Hey guys, I guess I flipped the camera upside down. Is that what I did? My camera got flipped a little bit. I don't want to be all up in your faces, like sometimes I feel like I'm like so close to screen. It's crazy. But then I also don't want to not be able to read your comments, All right, so we're going to open it up. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I'm going to open up the floor. Let's clean up the energies. Just say, let's get ready. Get ready, tarot cards for the questions that are coming up. Get ready. So, here we go. Okay, spinning. Monkey King says, well, I know in my heart what is right, but I always change my mind. Sounds like you got a little bit of Libra in you. Don't change your mind. If you know that something always happens, then you've identified a pattern that you can gain control over. So, if what is in your heart is right, then don't let your mind get in the way. Even though it may be hard for you, it may be hard for you to not doubt things. You know what's right, right? Your experience, like, jump in there with a little bit of logic that says, my experience has taught me over and over and over again what is right, what to listen to, what instinct to listen to. So this time, I'm going to go with what I've learned over life and listen to my heart. Here we go. Rashonda, why is my child's father so depressed? Why is her child's father so depressed? Why is Rashonda's child's father so depressed? Is he out of work? Is he having money problems? It has to do with being very emotional and being very sensitive and probably taking everything very personally. I asked you, is he having financial problems? Because lots of times when people, and I don't mean to stereotype, but especially men, when men have trouble making money, they feel absolutely worthless. And they start to react in a lot of very emotional ways. And that always comes down to his feelings of self-worth. And depression can come from that. Feeling like, you don't have, yeah. So the good news is I feel like things are finally going to start picking up for him. It does seem to be like he's going to make a breakthrough when it comes to work. But if he has been out of work or having trouble at work, it's messing up everything inside of him, making him feel like he's not safe. Like his safety is at risk when it comes to jobs. He may feel like his job is on the chopping block. Here we go. Lilith, will they accept professional help or do I need to leave? Lilith would like to know. Lilith, can you get Lilith? Will they accept professional help or does Lilith need to leave? Will they accept professional help or does Lilith need to leave? Will they accept professional help or does Lilith need to leave? Here's what my answer is. Because you got the Ace of Cups, which is good, which is goodness, happiness. But you also got the Knight of Swords upright though. So that means somebody coming in to defend your emotions. So I think they're going to accept professional help is what I'm saying. Lilith, understand that doesn't mean that you don't get to leave. You don't have to stay, even if they're your husband for 30 years, wife for 30 years. Mother, father, it doesn't matter. You always should get yourself out of a situation that's threatening your own happiness. Now, I'm not telling you to leave a person or abandon a person in a time of need. I'm saying very clearly, let me articulate, get yourself into a safe situation, a place where you are physically, emotionally, and mentally safe. That doesn't mean you're abandoning somebody. It means you're standing on higher ground and making sure you're in the best position to help them. Once you do that, then professional help is going to come in. Just because somebody's receiving professional help doesn't mean they're all of a sudden going to be cured, And you don't necessarily have to stay with them while they're going through the ups and downs of just, accepting this professional help. I'm not saying give up on them. I'm saying don't give up on them, but also feel empowered to put yourself into a healthy position. That doesn't mean you don't care. It means that you want enough of you to be left over when they get better. So I will say to you, though, Lilith, they're going to receive professional help. That is very clear, because a Knight of Swords is somebody with quick wit, a quick mind, a clear mind, coming in and defending or like fighting for the right. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So it does seem to be that they're going to be accepting professional help. Somebody from the outside coming in to help them renew their sense of happiness. Okay? Fit Goddess. Does my hateful Virgo stepdad keeping Taurus mom away from me and my kids? Does my hateful Virgo stepdad, or you like, is he? Is he keeping your mom away from you and your kids? Does he have something to do with Fit Goddess's mom? Does this stepdad have something to do with her mom staying away from them? Interesting. Page of Cups. The Lovers. Interesting. Does her Virgo dad, or no, her Taurus stepfather have something to do with keeping her mom away? Does he have something to do with keeping her mom away from her and her children? Okay. Does he have something to do with keeping her mom away from her and her kids? Does he have something to do with keeping her mom away from her and the kids? From her and her kids? You know, I do have to say, he does have a little bit to do with it. Because I got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and that's very, very petty energy. And I do see that she is divided. It's almost like she feels like she needs to be loyal and faithful to him. But she kind of feels stuck. So it's not like she's forgotten you. She just doesn't know what decision to make. She feels stuck. That's what she feels. I don't know if, I don't see, well, I do see him putting pressure, you know? And her not feeling, at least when it comes to him, safe enough to sort of make it her own decisions. So that is true. But it could also be her interpretation of what will make him happy or not, or her just not wanting to confront him. I feel like if she confronted him, it wouldn't be as bad as she thinks it's going to be. But she's gotta make sense of that. Like, she's gotta get up that self-esteem or that confidence to be able to approach him and talk to him about this. Because he does seem to be domineering and bullying. But like a lot of bullies, when you confront them, they back down. So I have this feeling like she is feeling really confused and trapped right now. But there is a sense of her still caring about you and thinking about you and wanting a relationship back with you guys. And she has to work out that sort of hard situation she's in at home. She doesn't necessarily know how to communicate or talk to him because he's domineering. And she wants to keep her marriage happy. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Oh, I hate when that happens. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go. Jojo, will I get a handle on my health and lose weight? Jojo, will Jojo get a handle on her health and lose weight? Will Jojo get a handle on her health and lose weight? Will Jojo get a handle on her health and lose weight? Yes. This is victory. This is victory after struggle. This is finding a way through, having a direction, making a decision or mental clarity. So yes, yes you will, Jojo. Yes, you will. Nope. Sir X, does my crush Evan like me? Sir X, does his crush Evan? Yes, he does. Victory. Victory and success. Public recognition. So it may be coming out relatively soon. You realizing or him admitting that he likes you. Vera, does the Sag wants to see me today? Vera wants to know if her Sagittarius wants to see her today. Let's put it this way. What I see is yes, but you're going to have to make it happen. Yeah, so yeah, you would be offering the cup. It would be you. This is you going over there or giving him a phone call or whatever. But yes, he will be happy to see you today. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hold up with that, Vera. Because this is you, as the Knight of Cups, the Magician, making an offer. All right, Vera, hold up. Because I did the full shuffle, and I see the Knight of Cups and the Magician come out. And that's you offering a cup of love. Or trying to manifest love with this person. But then what comes out of it is conflict and competition. So you may actually find out something today that's very disappointing to you. Maybe that he's seeing other people or that he has other conflicts and it will disappoint you. That's kind of what it seems like. That even though you, in other words, this will be your emotional interpretation. You will go and you will call this person up, the Sagittarius up, and their answer will be, no, I got other plans today. And you will be very heartbroken. My suggestion is maybe don't be heartbroken. Just call them up and say, hey, you want to hang out? And if they say no, then be like, okay, cool, another day. That's how I would handle today. Because I see if there's some nerves in you making this offer, then you might take it a little bit too harsh if they have conflict and say no. Because it does seem to be that to me, it seems like they're going to have a conflict with getting together with you today, calling up or seeing you today. And that's going to really disappoint you and break your heart. But it don't have to break your heart, girl. All it has to do is say, they got something else to do. You go find something else to do too. No. Kiara, I am a Scorpio. What is my Cancer hiding? Ooh. Kiara wants to know, what is her Cancer hiding? What is her Cancerian hiding? What is Kiara's Cancerian hiding? What is Kiara's Cancerian hiding? I think he's hiding himself. Which is interesting. Okay, he's hiding himself. He's not as happy as he keeps pretending he is. So I think that Cancers do this all the time. They tend to be like, yes, oh yeah, everything's okay, sure, yep, everything's okay. That's a bunch of bullshit. If you're dealing with a Cancer, 9 times out of 10, when they tell you something's okay, it is 100% not okay. They're not happy. But what he's hiding is what he really feels. And I think it's because he's afraid of communicating. He has a hard time communicating. He's also just kind of like, he would rather bear the weight of being unhappy than to actually talk about what he feels. He's hiding himself. He's hiding his what he really feels inside to make you happy, because he doesn't want confrontation. He's avoiding confrontation. So you got to think to yourself, do I want to be with somebody like this? I mean, like, I'm not saying dump him, but you kind of are probably going to have to go to him and be like, I know you're not happy. Why do you keep telling me you are? But the problem is, when you confront a Cancerian like that, they just go deeper into their shell. I would say this, the best route a lot of times with a Cancerian is to just let them hide and wait patiently until they come out of hiding. And while you're waiting patiently, take stock of, do I really want to deal with this BS the rest of my life? Because with a Cancerian, I am one. That's how we deal with our emotions. We shut down and we back away. You know, with Scorpios, you guys tend to be a lot more vocal. Like, you tend to be a lot more confident in your feelings, and you will explode on people. But Cancerians usually are very, very passive aggressive. And our way of dealing with emotions is to internalize them, like take the brunt of the discomfort, and then wait till they work out on their own. And so that's just kind of the way that he's going to deal with his emotions. You know, it's not like he's hiding a big thing from you. I think it's just he's hiding his feelings from you because he doesn't feel comfortable sharing them. And if you're going to want somebody to always, who feels comfortable sharing their emotions from you, that's going to take quite a bit of work with a Cancerian. Because Cancerians rarely feel comfortable sharing their feelings with people. They feel comfortable sharing their happy feelings with people because they always want to make people feel good. But that turns into its own sense of type of insincerity, because you're not always happy with everything I do. You're not always pleased with everything I say. Why are you sitting there shaking your head like you are? It gets very frustrating for people. Expect that with a Cancerian, because that's how especially Cancerian men are. I'm just letting you know. It takes a lot for them. It takes a lot for them to finally communicate what they're feeling. And usually by that point, they've given up and they're ready to walk away. So if you feel tension building, you're right. It's building. How do you get them to talk about it? Scorpios are usually kind of good at that shit. I mean, like, they usually are. Maybe, I mean, listen. What I'm going to suggest to you is just be very direct with him. Be very direct. Just say, I know you're not telling me what you really feel. And it's frustrating the shit out of me. You want to make me happy? You better tell me what's really in there. Like, let him know it's not making you happy the way things are. Like, let him know it has to do with, so in other words, work on his sense of wanting to please you. That's what I would suggest. I don't see it necessarily being really bad. I just see it being cumulative, the way that Cancerians are. Gwendolyn, good morning. Will my new home boutique, nice Gwendolyn, be successful? And will I be relocating out of state? Gwendolyn, will her new boutique be successful? And will she be moving out of town? No, not yet. If there's movement, first of all, the home boutique is going to do well. It's going to evolve slowly, but it's going to be giving you a lot of joy. In terms of movements, You may eventually move out of state, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It's going to take you a while to get to the point. The movement is going to be slow. So I wouldn't say like immediately the move out of state is going to happen. Not immediately. Maybe eventually, but that's down the road a bit. Your business, however, is going to give you a great deal of joy. You might get a rush of success at first, and then things will steady out and slow down. That's okay too. But I think that you're in this for the long haul, and it's going to give you a lot of joy. I saw, who is this? Angel Mary? How do I get out of this abusive relationship? How does Angel Mary get out of this abusive relationship? Okay. Okay. How does she get out of this abusive relationship? You're going to see an opportunity come into you during Sagittarius season. Take it. There's going to be an offer made to you of another job, probably another job, maybe some money, maybe from a charity that could take you in, something. There's going to be an offer of help given to you during Sagittarius season. It's going to come into you. Take it. Jump on that ship. It seems like there's a ship that's coming in to help. Take it. Jump on it. You'll know it when it comes. Jump on it. You're sitting here at the Three of Wands waiting for your ships to come in. It's coming in. An opportunity that you've been waiting for is coming into you. Take that opportunity. It's going to be your stepping stone out of this abusive relationship. All right? That's what I'm seeing. But you do have to make the decision to jump on board or to take the offer. It has to be your choice. It is going to be divinely offered and divinely orchestrated, like set up for you, but you're going to have to accept. That's the thing. At any given time, you can get out of this abusive relationship. Something that I want to tell you today, if you have been in an abusive relationship for a month, a year, 15 years, you are not obligated to stay one more day. And I feel like when we are in an abusive situation, whether it be rape, molestation, beatings, mental abuse, all those things, we as people, as victims, get a sense of so much shame that they feel like, well, I've allowed this. So I guess at some level it was okay with me. And so I owe them to keep taking it. Because it's partly my fault. I've kept allowing it. I've kept saying yes. You have not allowed it. It is not part of your responsibility. And if you've been beaten by your spouse for 15 years, you can wake up tomorrow and decide no more. So know that. Know that. I think what I see from you is you almost want somebody else to come in and rescue you. You kind of need it. Well, here's me telling you that an opportunity is going to be presented sometime next month. It's going to be offered to you, but you still have to take it. You have to take it. There can be maybe a lot of opportunities have come in and you just haven't recognized them as opportunities. You know, they might not be desirable to you. It might be like a charity that says, hey, we have a bed. Come. And you might not want that. Or, you know, like, it may not be the ideal situation, but there is an opportunity that is coming to you. And I see the Temperance card. So you've waited and it's been worked out. This is a Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius season starts in the next couple of days, and it goes for the next month. I would say your luckiest period will be before Jupiter moves into Capricorn. So in the next couple of weeks, opportunity is going to come in for you to get out, jump, take it. That's what I'm saying to you. All right, everybody, we are at the hour. For those of you who asked questions that I didn't get to, I will enjoy trying tomorrow. Okay? Thank you for joining me for these morning talks. I love them. Just because they're going to start being on Instagram does not mean that I'm abandoning you. It means that I am just coming at you from Instagram. It's really not going to be any different. No miracles are going to be happening over there either, you know? Yeah, just to let you guys know that. Thank you so much for joining me and like really making my day better. I am so grateful for this time, and I will see you guys tomorrow. TGI almost Friday. Bye.